we're going to transition from Secret Invasion bad numbers to the Flash bad numbers.
Yeah.
So
I really didn't think that Flash was going to be this bad.
Right. I mean, it's funny. I was looking to see showings because my friend Manny hasn't seen it yet, and we were going to go and check it out. And it, like, there was no IMAX, no Dolby anymore. And like, I think the Regal near me, it was like 5:30, and the only showing for the rest of the night was a 6:20. And I was like,
that's rough.
That's really bad. I didn't know, like theaters were basically just like throwing it away at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And so context, it is like the second lowest second weekend drop for a superhero movie since Morbius, which is saying something.
Yeah.
It's like 75%, 72% drop.
73.8% drop.
Okay.
No. Sorry. 73% drop. Yeah. Which Morbius was 73.8. Yeah.
So, yeah, really bad. I think it only made like 15 million domestically around that on its second weekend. So it's looking like this is going to be a flop. I think it just reached 200 million the other day.
Yeah. So this is the third consecutive
DC flop.
I mean, actually, to be honest, I think you could go all the way back to Harley Quinn.
You think Birds of Prey?
I think that flopped too.
Did it?
A little bit.
Because I know Suicide Squad did.
Wonder Woman did. 84 did.
Yeah, but it didn't go to theaters, I don't think.
No, but neither did Suicide Squad. Well,
no, it did go to theaters.
It did, but it was day and date with HBO Max.
Right. So nobody went to go see it in theaters.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, they've had a lot of bad flops.
Like ever since Aquaman, I don't think there's been a
Didn't Shazam come out after Aquaman?
No, I don't think so.
I think it did. Maybe Shazam was 2019, wasn't it? Yeah, Shazam was 2019.
Was it?
Uh-huh. So Shazam didn't flop.
No, Shazam didn't flop.
So since Shazam,
okay,
which is bad, that's
still not good.
That's 4 years of flops.
Yeah.
And I guess Black Adam just barely broke even. So I don't know.
It's still not successful.
So yeah, I think I guess in a way it's not surprising because the audiences have been telling us that they're done with the DC universe.
Yeah.
But
do you think that the reason that it's dropped off so significantly is because the movie's not particularly, like, people don't like the movie because of the DC universe as a whole, or because of superhero fatigue?
I'm gonna say, I think my two things is that people don't like the DC universe and people don't like Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
That's like, I think it boils down to that. I think like they're like the majority of reviews, I guess I'll say like 2/3, which is still a majority. I've seen are positive reviews for The Flash. And so I don't think like people are deterred to see it because of bad reviews. But yeah. I do think like social media backlash to this was at an all-time high.
Yeah.
I think people were really upset about all the cameos and CGI, and I think that deterred people from wanting to see it. I think Ezra Miller, the whole situation made a lot of people not want to go see it. And then pile on the fact that it's in this dying universe that people don't want to see. It was just like a recipe for failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I pretty much agree with you. I definitely will push back against like the superhero fatigue thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's that, honestly.
Because I feel like people are like, oh, look, all these movies are like flopping. And I'm like, you had Quantumania not do well.
Right. And
you had Shazam 2 and Black Adam not do well. And I think people will point to like, oh, the DCU, it's because nobody wants to go see a dying universe film. But I think that's not true, because when you look at Black Adam, like, and the movies before it, and you look at the movies before it, they were still under the impression there was no announcement that, oh, there's not going to be a future afterwards. But there was no like we're going to have a reset, and still people didn't really care enough to like it. They still haven't been that successful since then.
Right.
So I don't think it like the dying DCU thing has anything to do with it. personally, but I think it's because the movies are like, as much as like I think that the Flash is actually really good.
Mhm.
I am surprised that a lot of people don't like it, and I'd really love to have a conversation with more people about like the ones that don't like it,
Yeah.
and what their reasons are. Because if it's because of the Ezra Miller thing, like I get it,
But I don't think that,
or if it's the CGI, but like I think most people just want
a good story.
a good story.
Yeah.
And after thinking about it with the Flash, like, yeah, at the end of the day, like, was there actually a ton of character development with Barry? Debatable.
I think there was.
But like,
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The last scene kind of, makes you think he didn't really get a ton, but I guess.
like, because when you go through it, it's like all this stuff happened, but at the end of the day, like, did anything really happen? You know, like he did learn things in a way, but
he learned not to mess with time.
Sure.
He learned.
But is that really a lesson or like a character development? He kind of grew up. And like, I thought the story was good, but I can definitely see it from a person's opinion that like, it's, it was just a bunch of multiverse nonsense.
I think he learned to accept what his reality is, that things need to be this way for him to be the right person, because obviously when things, didn't go that way, he became Dark Flash and he became a horrible person.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
but I just think like, if you have a good movie where it has good characters,
I should have said spoilers there. That was a huge spoiler.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But good character dynamics, good character relationships. When you have like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, when you have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, people will go see it and like it and enjoy it. And I think the same thing we're gonna say about The Boys when season 4 comes out.
Yeah.
And Invincible. And it's just like they have to be good stories and not rely on CGI bullshit and just caring about your universe, which was just what what Quantum Mania was, which was like there was no story really.
Yeah.
It was just
things
how do we
happening
talk
to your
about Kang
characters.
and how do we talk about the multiverse, but not really. And
yeah, it was almost like the main characters were on like a theme park ride and just like going through the quantum verse. Yeah,
it really was.
Yeah.
So, but I think this means no Flash with an Ezra. I don't even think there needs to be a question if Ezra is going to be.
He's not going to return.
There's probably not going to be a Flash sequel.
Right.
I don't know.
And Andy Muschietti's just going to go straight to Batman.
And this clearly we need a new DC universe. So
clearly, yeah.